Update. My girlfriend dated me because of a dare. Original post. My girlfriend, 17 female, and I, 18 male, have been dating for 5 months. Before we started dating, I had a crush on her for roughly a year. It was quite well known, since one of my old friends spilled it directly to her and her friends. They giggled for some time, but she never made a move on me or spoke to me about it. We're just classmates and darn close. For New Year's, she hosted a birthday party for her 17th birthday. I was overjoyed and happily came. It was a great party, though I was mostly off to the side since my old friends were mainly mingling with other people. A few days afterwards, she came up to me and asked me to meet after school. We agreed at a park, to where she confessed she had feelings for me and wanted to be a couple. I was over the moon, and we began dating that day. Our relationship was pretty solid. We didn't get too many fights, but she wasn't all that affectionate, which I was fine with. We never got intimate, and mainly did small things like cuddling. Skip to 5 months. She was in my home and in the kitchen making herself a snack. Her phone was buzzing and she asked me to bring it over. Her settings are when you can see the first line of the message, and the phone automatically turns on whenever she receives a notification. I took a glimpse and it was one of her friends. I didn't take a good look, but it read something like, "When is the breakup happening?" which immediately attracted my attention. I unlocked her phone since I knew her password prior, and I read a few more messages where they were talking about a prank they pulled on me. I confronted her about it, and she went silent. After some prodding, she confessed. During her birthday, one of her friends dared her to ask me out. She got guilty when we continued dating for months upon months. It was supposed to be a one-time thing, with a simple date at a restaurant. Now they plan to hook me up with someone and frame me for cheating in the next few weeks, so she has a valid reason to break up with me. It also gave the other girls a chance to spread rumors about me. We got into a huge fight, and I told her to leave and that we are done. It's only been a few hours, and I'm absolutely devastated. I really like this girl, and she decided that it was a fun idea to pull on my heartstrings. I don't know what to do. Her things are still here, so I'm going to put it all in a box and leave it outside. She's been texting me, apologizing and trying to explain herself. I blocked her friend's number since they were also harassing me. I haven't blocked her number just yet, since we have to get each other's stuff from the others' houses. After that, I'll be going no contact. Luckily, the school year is almost over and I'm graduating, so I don't have to see her again. Still, I'm really upset. It hurts, man. Now for the top advice before reading the updates. I'm curious about how she's going to explain herself. She dated you on a dare, to toy with your feelings. She planned to frame you for cheating. Her friends were going to spread rumors about you afterwards. They targeted you and planned to devastate you emotionally, then ruin your reputation. Why? What possible excuse could they give? Crappy teenager games, that is all, but feelings can be caught. How do I know? Had the same game played on me in 1998. Anyhow, now married to her and happy. It may have started as a game, but may not have ended as one. But how could you still have feelings for someone who was so ready to play with and break someone's heart? Also, not a game. This is just plain bullying. Because maybe she really wanted to date him, but the only way she saw her crappy friends accepting it is if it was a prank. People are weird. Bro, you'll get better girlfriend, trust me. Just focus on yourself and please talk to someone like your friend. But what if it's like can't buy me love and she really likes him now? She should have told her friends to drop the nonsense. I doubt if she likes him, that the conspiring of a breakup would have continued. I'm sorry they put you through this, but you must protect yourself from all of them. And for that, you must capture and record every messages, /mails, /vocal messages, /phone calls, in case they want to spread rumors that will destroy your reputation. Those kinds of girls have no moral or conscience. They're heartless. You don't have to blame yourself or anything. Unfortunately, too many stupid people like them don't find anything else to do than making fun of others. They are empty people, so don't let them have power on you. It's not because that idiot dated with you for this disgusting reason will mean you can't date someone who will really care and have true feelings for you. They're trash, and thank God you caught her and her friends, so protect yourself from their actions. Yes, do this, please. Make sure everyone knows what these girls did. Also, is not making fun of Opie. They're literally ruining his life and playing with his heartstrings. That is messed up on many levels, and honestly, they should be in jail for this. Now for the updates. I woke up to see dozens of comments and hundreds of likes. Never would I ever expect people to be interested in my love life. LMAO. I read some comments and I'm screenshotting her confession to what she and her friends did. Only if things go south. I'm like guaranteed her friends are gonna pull something, so I'm gonna prepare. I'm praying I'm able to get my things back without a problem. My guitar is at her place. I ain't leaving that behind. Now for the full update. I honestly didn't expect to post an update so soon, but since I did agree to pick up my things today while also dropping hers off, I don't know why I expected nothing to happen. A lot of you pointed out about she may have fallen in love with me during our relationship. It doesn't matter if she did or not. She broke my trust, and I'm no longer attracted to her after yesterday. She allowed her friends to talk trash about me and plotted to destroy my reputation. She's weak-minded, and I'm not going to further date someone who will pick their awful friends over their romantic interest. Do I feel bad? A little, but I tried warning her and she did not listen. Now on to the actual update. So I went to my ex's house with a friend of mine, since in no way in hell I'm going there alone. It was right before school. I didn't see my things outside, so I rang the doorbell. Her father came out and handed my things while I gave him her things. He asked if I had cheated on her since she's crying in her room about it. So, yeah, more of you were right about them spreading rumors and trying to blast me. I explained I didn't, and even showed the screenshots I had on my phone. I ended up sending him through his phone number. He thanked me and said he'll take a look at it. I told him if he didn't believe me through this, then look at her phone. My friend and I left to go back home and get ready for school. I'm happy I got my guitar back, since it's really the only thing I valued. After school, I got a call from my ex's dad. He apologized for the accusations and found a group chat of the girls and the hookup plans. He said he was going to punish his daughter and find these friends' parents. He got their names already, and he's prodding my ex to know where they live. I told him he could use my screenshots as evidence to back me up. Props to the dad for being calm about this. That's really all that happened. I know her dad and he's a scary man. He's 6 feet in build. He can be very intimidating. And I know my ex will give up the information. It's only a matter of time the girls will fall. I'll be keeping an eye out since I have a week left of school. If anything happens, I'll post another update. I'm not interested in finding their socials and seeing if they already started spreading the whole cheating rumors. I'm sure they did. However, everything was fine at school, but now it's the weekend, so I may receive some backlash when I return. I honestly don't care. I already got accepted into a college, and I'm ditching this place. I just need to survive a week in graduation. My ex's dad will do all the heavy work. Kudos to ex's dad for handling it like a pro. Not many believe others over their own children, even after proofs. Glad things worked out well in the end for you. Cheers. Tells you a lot if the dad believed his daughter is capable of gaslighting and slander. He must have seen things while she was growing up. Not to mention he was Opie's age once and put himself in his shoes. He seized the opportunity to raise a daughter in this world, suitable to date and eventually marry. He also saw the opportunity to vindicate Opie. Well done. Out them before they out you. Let everyone know that they were going to ruin your reputation and possibly your future for fun and giggles. No one would want to risk catching jail time because these girls were bored and framed them for fun and giggles. Also, why is she crying? She was fine trying to frame you and ruin you. Probably caught actual feels in the process, or maybe even had actual feels from the start, but wasn't able to admit it to her friends. No one stays in a fake relationship for 5 months on a dare. Your last sentence shows exactly what you should be doing. Staying silent to your peers, talk to the adult that wanted to talk, and allowing the effects of her decision catch up to her. Little did she know it could turn out this way, but boy will she never forget. Good for you for being calm, detached, and level-headed while looking to the future. Remember, if you don't speak about this at school, mystery surrounds you and you have the power. Speak one word, and you lose it through the telephone game. Keep holding your head up high. Very impressed and glad you're going to make a really good boyfriend to someone that is authentically compatible with you. Cheers to college as well. You got this. Next story. The girl that rejected me is now stalking me, and it's getting creepier every day. This all started about a month ago. There was this girl, let's call her Sarah, 20, who I, male 19, had a huge crush on. We had some classes together in college, and even studied together sometimes. One day, I mustered up the courage to ask her out on a date, but she turned me down. Something about not wanting to ruin our friendship. I was a bit hurt, but respected her decision and tried to move on. Everything seemed normal for the first week or so after that. But then, I started noticing Sarah everywhere. At first, I thought it was just a coincidence. Maybe we had more common interests than I initially thought. Like, what are the chances, right? But as the time went on, this became clear that this was more than just chance encounters. Sarah would be waiting outside my classes, claiming that she needed to talk to our mutual professor, a professor who is pretty close to me and I look up to. She would show up at my favorite coffee shop just minutes after I arrived. She even accidentally bumped into me at the grocery store multiple times. The creepiest part, whenever we crossed paths, she would give me this intense stare that sent chills down my spine, instead of just talking to me about anything. I started getting paranoid and decided to confront her about it one day when she showed up at a library where I was studying alone. She acted surprised and denied everything, but there was something off about her reaction, like she was hiding something. Things got worse from there. One night, as I returned to my apartment after hanging out with friends, I noticed that my door was slightly ajar. My heart raced as I entered my home and discovered that someone had been inside. Nothing appeared to be stolen, but there were subtle signs of intrusion. Some of my belongings had been moved around or misplaced, as if whoever broke in didn't plan on stealing but rather trying to find something for me. Then came the messages. Random texts from unknown numbers containing vague threats and warnings. You should have given her a chance. She's not the one you should have rejected. She's watching you. These messages don't even make sense, because if it's the person I'm thinking, then I wasn't the one who rejected her. Anyways, I tried blocking the numbers, but that was pointless as new ones would always appear. So, I changed my numbers, and I even went to the police. But without any solid evidence or proof, they couldn't do much to help me, as they suggested. If the text is only evidence, then just change your phone number as someone can just be pranking you. However, I haven't told anyone about anything as I didn't want to look dumb because they will just say it's chances. Now, every day is a constant state of unease and fear. I've tried changing my routine and avoiding places where I might run into her, but she still finds me. I can't shake the feeling that she's always watching me, lurking in the shadows, as cringy as those sounds. I'm not sure what she wants or why she's doing this, as I tried talking about this with her already. All I know is that it's getting creepier by the day, and I'm not sure how much more I can take. Has anyone else experienced something like this? Any advice on how to deal with a stalker who used to be a friend? Edit. Let me provide some background context. Sarah and I have been friends for only a month. However, I started developing feelings for her due to her kindness. She helped me study for our class together and seemed to be the smartest in our class. We usually studied at my apartment. Sarah was aware that my door could sometimes be jammed, making it difficult to lock or unlock. I reported this issue when I first moved in, but nothing was done about it. As a result, I would avoid leaving any valuables in my apartment. Now for the comments. I would check around your apartment to make sure she didn't stick a camera somewhere if she was the one who broke in. How creepy. Sorry this is happening to you. I think there's some info online or YouTube that helps you check areas for hidden cameras. I think mostly to help people with Airbnb and such. Opie, maybe you can have your friend tail you a bit and try to get a video of her stalking you? I suggest setting up some cameras yourself to be safe. If this is real, that's effing scary. I'm sorry this is happening to you. Please do check for cameras and maybe an AirTag or other type of tracking device. When she bumps into you, are you carrying or wearing something you wear all the time? If you have a car, check it for a tracking device too. Could even be an app she installed on your phone or some location sharing SM app. If you do find something, leave it as is and go straight to the police so they can figure out who put it there. Take care of yourself. If you have an Android phone, you can download the AirGuard app. It's a free and open source app developed for research by a German university that monitors for tracking devices like AirTags that rely on connecting momentarily via Bluetooth to random supported phones to send tracking information. It scans periodically for tracking devices and will alert you if it detects the same tracking device near you in multiple locations in a certain time frame, and can connect to AirTags and play a noise on them to aid in finding nefariously hidden ones. You might have to fiddle with settings to get it to not be put to sleep by Android, trying to save battery, but it alerts me about the AirTag I put in my own truck almost every day on my way home from work. I would start keeping a record of where you are when you see her and snap a picture to time and dates everything. I would start recording every conversation with her, especially the ones when you're asking her why she's there and for what reason. Especially if it's somewhere not necessarily commonplace. Definitely check your apartment for listening devices and cameras. If you find none, it's time to put up some of your own, especially around windows or doors where you can see who's lurking around you. If she's watching you, you might be able to see her car parked outside or literally hiding in bushes. If your apartment is higher off the ground, then focus on public streets that can still be legal to record. Most importantly, you need to tell someone you think she's stalking you, even if they think you're crazy. Ask them to observe her patterns of behavior if they know her. And if you don't, establish a safe word or code to use if you're in trouble, or if she starts to pretend to be someone important in your life. She could start to turn others on you if she gets the first word, so don't let her. You need to start this conversation with evidence first before she does. Otherwise, it could be harder to defend yourself later on. Mini update. I have read your comments and I haven't found any hidden cameras in my place. If there is one, it's hidden so well that I can't find it. I cannot explain her behavior after all this, since I am not a psychological professional. I've heard stories about men being rejected and then stalking their love interest or ex-partner, but I've never encountered a situation like this. For now, that's all the information I have to share.